Coming up on High School Quiz Show, it's the quarterfinals with North Quincy High School. Taking on Brookline High School. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance. Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science, Massachusetts Teachers Association, Xfinity, UMass Amherst, Eastern Bank, and Subaru of New England. Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Billy Costa, your host. Last week, Mansfield High School defeated Andover High School to move on to the semifinals. In today's second quarterfinal match, Brookline High School goes up against North Quincy High School. On the Brookline team, we have Charlotte, Owen, Cole, and Raza, with alternates Bobby and Ben, and Coach Adam Freed, everybody. Competing for North Quincy, we have Caitlin, Heater, John Thomas, and Dominique, with alternates Sophie and Nicholas, and coaches Peggy Farron, Mira Kriz, and Danielle Fernandez. The competition has 4 rounds, a toss-up round, head-to-head category, and lightning. We start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points. There are no point deductions for wrong answers, and players may confer. So teams, if you're ready, good luck, and here we go. I was privy to the secret griefs of wild, unknown men. Nick Carraway says this in what jazz age classic by F. Scott Fitzgerald? Yes, Caitlin.
The Great Gatsby?
Yes, on Christmas Day in 1868, ex-Confederates got a full pardon and amnesty from what U.S. president? Yes, Cole.
Andrew Johnson.
Yes. What track and field athlete won 4 gold medals at the Olympic Games in 1936, a feat that shattered Adolf Hitler's plans to use the Games as a showcase for Aryan supremacy? Yes, Charlotte.
Owens?
Jesse Owens, yes. In his song El Apagón, meaning the blackout, what influential Puerto Rican rapper sings about his homeland's ongoing power outages following Hurricane Maria? Yes, Dominique.
Bad Bunny?
Yes, now take a look at your screens. Pictured here is Ons Jabeur, who made history at Wimbledon in 2022 as the first Arab woman to make a singles final of a Grand Slam. She's from what country in Northern Africa? Yes, Charlotte.
Tunisia?
Yes, in 2022, who topped the Billboard Global 200 with her 37-year-old song Running Up That Hill, thanks to its haunting use in the 4th season of the Netflix series Stranger Things? Yes, Charlotte.
Kate Bush?
Kate Bush is right. What Egyptian astronomer who lived in Alexandria in the 2nd century AD wrote about a geocentric or Earth-centered model of the universe? Yes, Dominique.
Ptolemy?
Yes. In 2022, legendary sportscaster Vin Scully passed away at the age of 94. For more than 6 decades, he called games for what Major League Baseball team? Yes, John Thomas.
Dodgers.
Los Angeles Dodgers. 100 years ago, goiter was widespread throughout the Swiss Alps. Ancient glaciers removed what element in the soil needed to prevent goiter? A swelling of the thyroid gland. Yes, Caitlin.
Iodine?
That is correct. Now take a look at your screens. Here comes the next question.
What's up? My name is Michelle Carre, and I am the host of Challenge Accepted, a YouTube series where I take on extreme physical and mental challenges. And here is my question. So in an episode of Challenge Accepted, I went to etiquette school to learn how to become a proper lady. Now, according to Emily Post, who actually wrote the book on etiquette in 1922, where should a lady put her gloves when she is seated at a formal dinner? Is it in her purse, on her lap, or underneath her chair?
Yes, Charlotte.
On her lap.
On her lap is correct, and we move on. What 1982 film starring Jeff Bridges as a programmer trapped inside his own video game is one of the first Hollywood features to use CGI or computer-generated imagery? Yes, John Thomas.
Tron.
Tron is correct. In 2022, who dominated USA Today's bestseller list with 15 books, including It Ends With Us, Verity, and Ugly Love? Yes, Caitlin.
Colleen Hoover.
Yes. The most commonly used poisonous gas during World War I. What gas was later outlawed in the Geneva Protocol of 1925? Yes, Caitlin.
Mustard.
Yes. At a surprise appearance at the 2022 Newport Folk Festival, what Canadian-born singer-songwriter known for Big Yellow Taxi and Both Sides now performed her first full set in nearly 2 decades? Yes, Charlotte.
Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell is correct. Which of the following nutrients is the primary source of energy for the human body? Is it carbohydrates, protein, or fiber? Yes, Cole.
Carbohydrates.
Yes, in August 2022, what InfoWars founder and conspiracy theorist was ordered to pay $49.3 million in damages for spreading lies about the Sandy Hook School massacre? Yes, Charlotte.
Jones.
Alex Jones, yes. Produced by the hottest and most energetic objects in the universe, such as neutron stars, pulsars, and supernova explosions. What has the most energy of any wave in the electromagnetic spectrum? Yes, Dominique.
Gamma.
Gamma rays, correct. What ceremonial dinner held on the first or second night of Passover commemorates the Jewish exodus from Egypt? Yes, Owen.
The Seder.
Yes, in November 2022, NASA launched an uncrewed test flight to pave the way for future human exploration of the moon and Mars. The mission is named after what moon goddess, the twin sister of Apollo? Yeah, Charlotte.
Artemis.
Yes. By tradition, which of the following has been on the menu in the U.S. Senate cafeteria every day since the turn of the 20th century? Is it bean soup, clam chowder, or beef stew? Yes, Dominique.
Beef stew.
No. You want to try Brookline? Yes, Cole.
Clam chowder.
No, bean soup. Imagine that. In 2022, mass protests erupted across what country after a young woman, Masa Amini, died in police custody after being arrested for allegedly violating her country's strict dress code for women? Yes, John Thomas.
Iran.
Iran is right. What German composer wrote The Ring Cycle, a series of 4 operas based on Norse mythology? Yes, Charlotte.
Wagner.
Wagner is right. In 2022, Queen Elizabeth II was laid to rest following a state funeral at Westminster Abbey. Who was the last person to receive a state funeral in Great Britain? Yes, Raza.
King Philip.
No, you want to try North Quincy? Yes, Peter.
Prince Philip.
No, Winston Churchill. What author created the cynical detective Philip Marlowe, played by Humphrey Bogart in the film The Big Sleep? Was it Raymond Chandler, Elmore Leonard, or James Elroy? Yes, Charlotte.
A.
Yes, Raymond Chandler is the answer. The shifting rock in an earthquake causes seismic waves that travel within the earth or along its surface. The fastest moving waves are P waves, where the P stands for what? Yes, Dominique.
Primary.
Yes. Issued by the U.S., Britain, and China on July 26, 1945, the Potsdam Declaration was an ultimatum warning what country to unconditionally surrender or face prompt and utter destruction? Yes, Charlotte.
Japan.
Yes, what Charles Dickens novel features Fagin, a character who teaches homeless boys how to be pickpockets? Yes, Charlotte.
Oliver Twist.
Yes. Commonly used to celebrate a discovery, what Greek word meaning "I have found it" is a famous exclamation attributed to Archimedes? Yes, Charlotte.
Eureka.
Eureka is right. Sukarno became the first president of Indonesia when it gained independence from what European country in 1949? Yes, Raza.
The Netherlands.
Yes, after missing an opportunity to destroy Robert E. Lee's army at the Battle of Antietam, what Union general was removed from command by President Lincoln in 1862? Yes, Caitlin.
McClellan.
Yes, George B. McClellan is the answer, and that's the end of the toss-up round. The score right now: Brookline High School, 160 points. North Quincy High, 120 points. How about it, everybody? It's a great match. Okay, the head-to-head round is next. First, we'll get to know the players a little bit better with a question which I have in my hand, and each of you will have a chance to answer. We're going to start with Brookline High School and you, Charlotte, and here it comes. What famous Fab Four group do you as a team most identify with? And which one of them would each of you be and why?
So we think that we are best represented by the original four protagonists of the Lego Ninjago series. We represent the four main ninjas. I represent Kai.
Okay, and Owen, that means you would represent who? Or are you going with the same group here?
Yes, we're going with the same group. So I represent Zane. He's a robot and the Ice Master, and I think I can stay cool in high-pressure situations.
And that's why you think you've got that one nailed?
Yep.
Okay, and how about you, Cole?
I would be Cole because I feel like
Really?
that's pretty self-explanatory.
What do you know? So you'll be Cole in the group. And yes, it is very self-explanatory. Well done. Raza, how about you?
I'll be Jake because I like making people laugh.
Okay, that's simple enough, but you know what? It works somehow. And let's go to North Quincy High. How about you, Caitlin?
Well, our team thinks that we represent the four penguins from Madagascar. So I would be skipper because I tend to call the shots and I make the crazy plans, even though they don't always work out half the time.
I am Rico. I am wacky and always prepared.
I'm private because I'm in over my head a lot.
Dominique?
And I'll be Kowalski. I'm pretty analytical and tend to overthink even the simplest of problems.
Boy, you guys just ran right through that. It's time to go head-to-head, so what do you say we do that right now? Let's go head-to-head. Let's go. Okay, in this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and there is a 10-point deduction for incorrect answers. If a player does not answer, there is no impact on the score. So the clock is set at 90 seconds. You want to shake hands to get things started? Go ahead. All right. And good luck. And here we go. In the United States, what document is identified as the supreme law? Yes.
The Constitution?
Yes. Based partly on billionaire industrialist Howard Hughes, what fictional character is the alter ego of Iron Man? Yes.
Stark.
Yes, Tony Stark. What gas is a waste byproduct of photosynthesis? Yes.
Carbon dioxide.
No, oxygen. In 2022, at age 81, who announced he was stepping down as director of the National Institute of Allergy? Yes.
Fauci.
Dr. Anthony Fauci. What famous mausoleum was built by Shah Jahan to, yes.
Taj Mahal.
Yes, in 2021, a record 1,101 manatees starved to death in the waters of what U.S. state? Florida. Francisco Pizarro conquered the Inca Empire. Yes.
15th?
No, Lima would have been the answer. The pancreas secretes what hormone that, yes.
Insulin.
Yes. Which U.S. state was admitted to the Union as a free state in the Compromise of, yes.
Maine?
No, California. What Saudi Arabian city is the burial place of the Prophet Muhammad? Yes.
Mecca.
No, Medina. Janet Reno, the first woman to serve as U.S. Attorney General, was appointed by which U.S. president? Yes.
Clinton?
Yes, Bill Clinton. The Sonoran Desert covers 120,000 square miles in Mexico, California, and what other U.S. state? Yes.
New Mexico?
No, Arizona. Meaning tied together in Italian, what notation means that a piece of music, yes.
Legato?
Yes. That's the end of the round. Let's take a look at the score. Brookline High School right now, 160 points. North Quincy High, 140 points. This is so close. Let's hear it, everybody. Next up is the category round with the following categories. The C-Suite, Yoda One for Me, Basic Black, Temple Run, Tony, and Quality Time. All categories have 5 questions with increasing point value. Teams will each choose 2 categories and will have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team. Players are able to confer. Brookline, who's your spokesperson going to be?
Me.
Okay, Charlotte. And how about North Quincy High? It'll be Caitlin. Now, North Quincy, you've got the slightest bit of ground to make up. You get to choose the first category. What will it be?
We'll take Tony.
Tony. Questions about people named Tony. For 10 points, what author of the novels Sula and Song of Solomon was the first African-American woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature?
Toni Morrison.
That is correct. For 15 points, what British Labour Party leader served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1997 to 2007?
Blair.
Tony Blair is correct. And for 20 points, Lady Gaga recorded 2 albums of duets, Cheek to Cheek and Love for Sale. with what legendary singer known for his signature song, I Left My Heart in San Francisco?
Bennett.
Yes, Tony Bennett, now for 25 points. Who performed with the American Repertory Theater in Cambridge, Massachusetts before starring as an obsessive-compulsive detective on the TV series Monk?
Tony Shalhoub.
Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub is the correct answer. Now for 30 points. Who starred with Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe in the 1959 movie Some Like It Hot, voted the funniest film in history by the American Film Institute?
We'll pass on that one.
You'll pass, and the answer is Tony Curtis. And now we go to Brookline High School. You'll need a category. What's it going to be, Brookline?
Quality time.
Quality time. Questions about Australia. And for 10 points, just before the 2022 Australian Open, what top-ranked tennis player was deported from Australia after the government canceled his visa in a dispute over his vaccine status?
Djokovic.
Correct. Now for 15 points. What tree that is toxic to most other animals is the staple diet of the koala?
Eucalyptus.
Yes, for 20 points. What island state of Australia is the birthplace of actor Errol Flynn and comedian Hannah Gadsby?
Tasmania.
That is correct. Now for 25 points. Made on a $10 million budget, what 1986 action comedy starring Paul Hogan is Australia's highest grossing film of all time?
We're going to pass that one.
The answer was Crocodile Dundee. And for 30 points, considered one of the greatest bowlers in the history of cricket, what Australian legend passed away in 2022 at the age of 52 of a suspected heart attack?
Shane Warne. What? Shane Warne. Warne.
Warren.
Shane Warne is the correct answer. And now we go to North Quincy High. You'll need a category. What's it going to be, team?
We'll take C-suite.
The C-suite. All answers start with the letter C for 10 points. Diamond is one of the hardest materials, and graphite is one of the softest. Both are made entirely of atoms of what chemical element?
Carbon.
Correct. For 15 points, gemstones and pearls are measured in what unit of weight defined as 200 milligrams or 1/5 of a gram?
Carat.
Correct. For 20 points, name the final stage of cell division where the parent cell pinches in the middle and separates to create two identical daughter cells.
Cytokinesis.
Yes, for 25 points. Named after the French engineer who first described it, what effect explains why water and wind seem to veer to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern?
Coriolis.
Yes, for 30 points. What six-letter word refers to the protective outer shell that encloses the genetic material of a virus?
Capsid. Capsid.
Capsid is correct. And now we go back to Brookline High School. You will need a category, Brookline.
I don't know.
Yoda one for me.
Yoda one for me. Questions about science fiction for 10 points. What French author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth is often regarded as the father of science fiction?
Verne.
Jules Verne, right, for 15 points. In The Force Awakens, what grandson of Darth Vader has a shrine to Vader's damaged helmet, last seen burning in a funeral pyre in The Return of the Jedi?
Kylo Ren.
And that is correct. Now for 20 points. What tragic novel by Kazuo Ishiguro follows three friends at boarding school who discover their clones to be used as organ donors?
I wrote it down. It's in my notes app right now.
We'll need an answer, Charlotte.
We're going to pass.
Never Let Me Go is the answer for 25 points. In the fictional world of Star Trek, what California city is the headquarters of Starfleet Academy?
I don't know anything about Star Trek. We're going to pass that one too.
San Francisco is the answer. Now for 30 points. In her breakthrough 1969 novel, The Left Hand of Darkness, who wrote about a planet where the genetically engineered inhabitants become male or female for a few days each month?
And we're going to pass that one too.
It's Ursula K. Le Guin is the answer there. Oh, that's the end of the category round. The score right now: Brookline High School, 260 points. North Quincy High School, 310 points. Let's hear it for both teams, everybody. Let's make some noise in this studio. Okay, we are heading into the final round of play, the lightning round. Correct answers add 20 points to the team total, and there is a 20-point deduction for incorrect answers. And remember, there is no conferring in this round. So the clock is set. Good luck, teams. And here we go. George Washington was born in 1732 in what? Yes, Cole.
Virginia.
Yes. What type of blood cells are responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs? Yes, Caitlin.
Hemoglobin?
No, red blood cells. In 2022, Elizabeth Johnson Jr. of Andover, Massachusetts, was exonerated 329 years after being convicted of what crime? Yes, Owen.
Witchcraft.
Yes. What English philosopher defended the institution of the monarchy in his 16 yes goal?
Hobbes.
Thomas Hobbes, yes. Old Man River is a famous show tune from what 1927, Charlotte?
Showboat.
Yes, passed in 1971. What constitutional amendment lowered the voting age from 21 to yes, Charlotte?
26.
Yes. What Massachusetts native voices the title character in the film Marcel the Shell? Charlotte?
Jenny Slate.
Jenny Slate. What European country is home to the Dolomites mountain range? Yes, John Thomas.
Italy.
Yes. What was the first name of the British king who in 1604 commissioned an English translation of the Bible? Yes, Cole.
James.
Yes. What river forms much of the border between Maryland and Virginia? Yes, Raza.
The Potomac.
Yes, in October 1917, shortly after the fall of the Tsar, the Bolsheviks overthrew what Russian prime? Yes, Raza.
Nicholas.
No, Alexander Kerensky. Mercury is one of two planets in our solar system with no moons. Name the other. Yes, John Thomas.
Venus.
Yes, Venus. What tiny island nation is located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula? Yes, Charlotte.
Sri Lanka.
No, Singapore. What Roman poet spent... Oh, wow. That's the end of the round, the end of the game. The winning team this week, Brookline High School, with a score of 380 points. North Quincy High School, what a finish, 330 points. Let's hear it for both teams, everybody. So Brookline High School will move on to the semifinals. So join us next week for our third quarterfinal match between Lexington and Boston Latin. Until then, don't forget, you can play a bonus round of High School Quiz Show on your Alexa or Google Home devices. Just ask your smart speaker to play High School Quiz Show. We'll see you all next week on High School Quiz Show. Great job, teams. Great job.